Hey, everybody, I'm Carlos Danger. Welcome to a very special lone live stream of the Insufferable Bastards podcast. I am not joined by my co host, Mr. Brian Spears. Hello, hello. Also, I'm Carlos Danger for the purposes of this broadcast. Really quickly, we did a live stream yesterday with the great Ray DeVito, the wonderful Cardiff Electric. Ray's audio was terrible. I apologize. I really should not have moved forward and hit that live button before getting something worked out there. I saw some messages and a couple of comments online saying people couldn't hear Ray. So what I did, I want to draw attention to the fact that I downloaded that video and put it in my iMovie because that is the extent of my my technical capabilities. And I re-uploaded it. I boosted Ray's audio when and where I could, and it's back online. So I was like a deer in headlights yesterday at the beginning of the live stream. I was really excited to have Cardiff Electric and Ray DeVito. They really are my two favorite people on YouTube right now. I think they're both really funny. But I didn't think anything other than just like move forward. And I was wearing headphones. So Ray, I knew he was low, but I didn't realize how low he was because I was wearing headphones. Like hours later, I listened to it, on like my laptop, and I was like, ooh, Ray really couldn't be heard. So I'm sorry about that, Ray. Last thing I want to do is bring somebody on and it being a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate the feedback and all that good stuff. But I just want, if you're interested in listening to yesterday's live stream, it is available. It's right there on Valley. Not that's my work job on Insufferable. Did I say that? Did I completely get the name of this wrong? Sometimes I don't know which thing I'm doing. But if you go to the Insufferable Bastards YouTube page, that is what it is. So the other thing I thought I would do real fast, because it's Sunday, I'm doing laundry. My wife and kids are visiting my wife's grandmother at the moment. So I thought as the laundry's going, I would go through this tier list thing. Not discount. The one you're looking at right now is what Ray and Cardiff came up with, sort of begrudgingly, because the way I put the original 41 movies together, like the 41 best comedies of all time, I had grabbed them from a list from the American Film Institute, Box Office Data, Empire Magazine, Harper's Bazaar for sort of a weird artsy take on what they felt, or one particular writer at that publication felt were the best comedy movies of all time, and then a Rolling Stone readers poll. So at the end of it, I mean, I thought it was. I was hoping. I hope it was engrossing. I don't know. I'm a movie geek and I can talk about this stuff all day. I don't know if the general public feels that way. But my point being, the movies that they were choosing from weren't necessarily their favorite movies, nor mine. It was just what the media had chosen. So I thought I would go through right now. I'm going to view the tier maker thing. So again, I'm not saving this. Ray and Cardiff's list is on the internet forever, unless Cardiff sends me a cease and desist or Ray reaches out and says, take it down. So, but if I had to do this, and I guess this is the other thing that was going on yesterday is about halfway through the broadcast, my own host, Ray recommends, we should be doing this another way. Because I realized as we were doing it, it was a little clunky, and that was again on me. But my co-host agrees with them as if he didn't have a part in setting this up, as if he had no input on how to do this. My own co-host throws me under the bus. But here's an existing, I guess the way you should really do this is take an existing tier list and then rearrange it the way you want. So I'm going to do that right now, if I can. There's nothing going on over here, right? Yeah, boom. All right, so they had, Big Lebowski, I think, would stay up there. I'll do first. I'm not a fan of Ted. I would move Ted down here. I love that. I would move Raising Arizona up here for now. I would move Step Brothers. I would move Superbad down. I would move this down. And our rule was you could only have 5 in each, although we broke it. I wonder if I can do that. What else? I might get rid of Office Space too, but I'm just seeing what are some comedies that I think I don't like. Coming to America, I'm going to say is overrated. I'm going to say Bridesmaid is overrated. Knives Out, I don't like that movie at all. I'm going to put it down to shouldn't be here. I'm going to put Groundhog Day down to overrated. I'm going to put Ghostbusters at overrated. I'm going to put Doctor Strangelove as overrated. Tootsie, my mom, she passed away 2 years ago. We saw it in the theater together. My mom would take me to weird stuff. I guess I'm the youngest of 5 brothers, so I was essentially raised myself or was raised by wolves. I'm going to put that in overrated. I'm going to take Something About Mary, put it down to overrated. The Jerk I would move up to great. Caddyshack is fine. That really doesn't kind of hold up. Although it's no Meatballs. Meatballs is horrible. You ever watch Meatballs? Go back and watch that. Ugh. I think Stripes gets better each viewing. Sort of the opposite is happening with Caddyshack. They're not quite what I remember. Sorry, I was just checking something. I think I would move Monty Python on the Holy Grail and the Holy Grail definitely up to great. Vacation. I mean, this Spinal Tap. I don't know, and I guess like I'm looking at this top where we call them perfect. It has to be a movie I can go back and watch over and over and over again. And I have definitely watched Step Brothers is one of those movies that if it's on, I cannot switch it off. I can also not move it. The hell's that about? Raising Arizona is the same. Big Lebowski, I almost feel a little bit like a fraud because I didn't like it when I first saw it. I'll admit that I saw it in a theater with my co-host Brian Spears because we've known each other since nursery school, and I really have no other friends in my life. I have my own issues, but yeah, I didn't like it when I first saw it. I've come to love it, but it's not one I know all the words to. I would almost, I mean, in terms of like sheer laughing. Well, all right, I'm gonna have to put the Blues Brothers up, even though it's not particularly. I don't know. Is that a funny movie? But I just revisit it all the time. Some of this is nostalgia. I can't help. The heart wants what the heart wants. But I would almost move Office Space down. I mean, one of the fascinating things to me yesterday was, Cardiff is a potato. I don't know who he is. I have no idea who he is, but I'm at the point from doing these movie things with him. Maybe I could get an FBI profiler to give us an idea of what his personality is like. That was the one of the best things that came out of yesterday's thing. I assumed Cardiff was a huge Monty Python fan. He isn't. I thought Cardiff was a comedy snob, because I think he's the funniest thing around, but he isn't. He isn't. I'm completely wrong. He'll always surprise you. I'd have to move Animal House up to great. Friday, I mean, I remember, I don't know. It was of the 90s. I'm going to move that down one. What We Do in the Shadows, I've gone back and tried to watch. I was pleasantly surprised by that movie. I had no idea what it was about or any of the people in it, other than the one dude was from Flight of the Concords. I'm sort of a fan of that show. But after watching the TV show, I went back and watched the movie, and I think the TV show lessens the impact of the original movie, so I'm gonna move that down to fine. And I wonder if I can do this with, stick to my rules and try to do it because we didn't do that yesterday. And I don't even know if this is on live. I have no idea. I probably screwed this up. Who cares? I got a couple of minutes to myself. MASH is a classic. I almost wanna move that up. Let me see here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sort of half okay with that top tier list in that order. I love Raising Arizona. I guess I would have to move this here. I would definitely move. This is now like in order of quality to me, in my opinion. I'd have to move that there. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, I have to eliminate two of these, huh? I mean, dumb. All right, I'm gonna move. Can I move this down here? I, I'm sort of okay. I don't know about Dumb and Dumber. Do I want Dumb and Dumber there? Do I want that? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Jerk, I haven't seen in a while. I mean, when it was out, Dumb and Dumber was one that I watched again and again. I'm just not a fan of Jim Carrey. Otherwise, I know people were saying Cable Guy yesterday. I'm just not a fan of Jim Carrey, especially that like he's become so not artsy fartsy, but new agey. I just find him sort of annoying. So I have to get rid of three of these. And the fine, I have to move. Well, here's where my list is completely unfair because none of these movies deserve to be called overrated or shouldn't be here. But I guess if I have to call stuff overrated, I'm gonna have to move Caddyshack down. That pains me to do that. I'm gonna move What We Do in the Shadows down. I'm gonna move The Jerk down. Jeez. I mean, Vacation. It's really a Chevy Chase movie bolstered by John Candy at the end. I haven't watched it in a long time. distresses me that so many people love Christmas Vacation now, but I guess I'm going to move that off. I'm going to stick to our rules, and then I'm going to. I mean, I'm kind of being a liar here. I'm not really a huge Young Frankenstein fan, although I am impressed that that's actually a legit good throwback to those Universal horror movies. It's kind of amazing to go back and watch that movie because it works as every bit an old-fashioned horror movie, and it's Peter Boyle singing with Gene Wilder. So, what would I move up? What would I move up? Maybe I would. Do I trade? Okay, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to trade Caddyshack for that. Then, in terms of, and I guess I'd have to go like this. In this ranking, it would be that, that, and that. I'm a big fan of MASH. And so, yeah, I guess. Oh wait, and this shouldn't even. Hangover's awful. Annie Hall. I mean, I kind of like Woody Guthrie, Woody Allen's older stuff, Bananas, but then he just falls off for me. Also, he's a creep. That's one where I let his personal life cloud my judgment, and I'm proud of it. What else do I have here? Naked Gun, I love. That's a hard one to even put there. I'm okay with a bunch of the others. I like Airplane. Like that shouldn't really be there, and that really shouldn't be there. Friday, I don't think is overrated, but I haven't seen it in a while. Coming to America, I'm okay saying it's overrated and then shouldn't be here. Yeah, I'm okay with that list. That would be my list right there. So to me right now, if you ask me today, put a gun to my head, which you have. Step Brothers, Blues Brothers, Raising Arizona, Big Lebowski, Anchorman. Yeah, I'm a normie. I got 2 Will Ferrell movies up there. But anyway, without further ado, because that's what you say when you're on a podcast, my name is Carlos Danger. That's my apology. That's my confession to you. And I guess I'll see you next time on Insufferable Bastards.